There's a seriously huge deadly spider that is thriving in Britain. They can build webs up to 2 meters in length and can deliver a lethal venomous bite to anything that it captures.
It looks like she's now delivering a venomous bite to this very, very unfortunate crane fly. That's got to be the freakiest thing I have ever seen. This spider right here is one of the largest venomous orb web weaving spiders we have here in Britain, and it has just spun a web about 2 meters in length. It is ginormous, and if you were to walk into this, it would be very, very unpleasant. This is a Furrow Orb web weaving spider, and they are one of the largest orb weaving spiders in the UK. I'm just lost for words. This web is absolutely ginormous. If I go from here to here, anchor point to anchor point, it's bigger than the length of my arms outstretched. The size of this web is ginormous, and it must be a good meter, maybe just under a meter wide. Right now, if Ryan's able to get a shot of her, we have the largest female orb weaving spider I have ever seen in the centre of her web, constructing her new web. Now, every evening spiders do this by eating and recycling their old web, and then every evening they'll spin a new web, and that's what she's doing right now.
There's several reasons as to why this spider is so much bigger than usual. Wide and stable anchor points allows the spider to span much larger areas, and building one in this area, which has a high prey availability, increases the chance of something being caught. During the day, this spider is difficult to find, but wait till the sun has set and you will see hundreds of them sat on their webs waiting for a nighttime feast.
So spider silk is truly incredible. The stuff that comes out of that back end of that spider is immense. And if I just grab the anchor strand here, you can see just how strong it is. And it needs to be, because it needs to be able to keep this web up and intact, especially when it is windy like it is today. Gusts of wind, and it prevents it from being detached from the wall and the whole web being destroyed. So the way spiders build their webs is they use anchor webs to anchor the web in place, and usually there's about 4 or 5 different anchor webs holding this ginormous web in place. There is one down here in this bush that goes all the way up to that window above Ryan's head up there. That is how long this web is. It is ginormous. And then the other anchor web down here in this corner goes all the way down into this bush just past me down there. This web is ginormous, and you would not want to walk into it, especially with this female on it. It would be a nightmare trying to get all that web out of your hair and off your face if you walked into this. So this spider is definitely a female, because females get much bigger than males, and usually they grow about 1.5 centimeters, and this one is definitely bigger than 1.5 centimeters. I'd say it's close to 2 centimeters. By looking at the size of this spider, it has been feeding on a lot of good things around here. Just over there is a lake where we found dragonflies and damselflies, so I have no doubt in my mind that this female spider has been feeding on some nice juicy dragonflies and damselflies since she's been here. So at the moment she's going around in circles spinning her web, and at the moment it looks like she may be almost done. And when she is done, she'll just simply sit in the middle and the centre of the web all night waiting for something to fly into it. And when something does fly into it, the prey item will start panicking, start shaking, and the female here will sense those vibrations, come sprinting along, grab hold of the prey in the web and deliver a lethal venomous bite. Now, there's over 650 species of spider in the UK. Pretty much all of them are venomous, and about 12 of them have fangs long enough to pierce human skin, and this female right here could potentially bite me. Now, even though she could do this, she's not really deadly to humans whatsoever. The venom has no effect, and if it did bite me, it'd probably give me some swelling. Now, the reason these spiders are considered, I think, deadly is not because of their deadly nature or they're deadly at all towards humans. It's simply because if you're a flying insect or any sort of invertebrate and you get stuck in this web, it's simply game over. You have not got a chance of surviving if you get caught in this web. So this is incredible. We've been sat here waiting for something to fly into the web. A crane fly has just moments earlier flown into the web and has now succumbed to the female, who has now wrapped it up in silk.
This is an epic drama in miniature. She's pulling out silk from the spinnerets at the end of her abdomen and trussing this unfortunate crane fly up so that it can be much easier to manoeuvre. Then every once in a while she'll just jump in and stab him with her fangs and inject venom.
So after biting the fly, at the moment she's gone back to the centre of her web. Now at the moment the fly has been mummified in spider silk. So whenever she's ready, she'll go back to the fly, and to eat it she'll inject these digestive enzymes which will turn the insides of this fly into mush.
Because spiders cannot swallow solid food, they pump digestive juices and enzymes into the paralysed insect. These chemicals break down the soft internal organs of the prey into a liquid soup. They use their sucking stomach to slurp up the nutritious liquid, leaving only a dry shell behind.
What a truly fascinating, intriguing, but somewhat revolting way of hunting. The orb web weaving spider. Truly a magnificent predator we have here in Britain. So you may be wondering where you can find a Furrow Orb web spider out in the wild on your own. And the best place to do that is a moist, wet area, usually a pond or a lake like the one behind me. So come out at night and you'll see these spiders are absolutely everywhere. If we just come to this fence here, the amount of spider webs and spiders that are on this fence is incredible, and the majority of them, well pretty much all of them, are the furrow spiders. I do have to say these guys are pretty average size and the normal size that these spiders do get to, whereas the other one we saw, that big huge one, is an absolute monster. Have a look up there at how many furrow spiders are clinging on the underside of these stairs. That is incredible. I have never seen anything like it. Like a huge trapezium of spider webs, and on each individual web there's a spider. There must be at least a good 20-30 spiders here. It is absolutely grim, I have to say. If you just look at the floor underneath all the webs, you can see it's covered in spider poo. That is insane. These spider webs must have been here for a very long time. That has got to be the freakiest thing I have ever seen. Oh, right, I think it's time to get out of here.